How to add an article to the village website. If you first go to the village website and scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a login link. If you click on that, then you bring up a login window. If you fill in the username, which we will have sent you, and the password, and log in, you'll then see a user menu appears up here on the left. At the top of that is create an article, so we'll click on that, and you get a window that lets you do that with an editor. Now, there are various options here. If you just tabs along the top, we'll need a couple of those. First things to do is to consider a title for your article. Now, the example we're using at the moment is minutes of the parish council meeting. So I will click over to Word, to my article there, which was very kindly sent me, and I will have a look and see what the title ought to be. Now, although it's got a title of Chapel Iveston Parish Council, people are going to know that's the page they're on, so they actually need something kind of that clarifies things a bit. So if we say, let's change the title and call it Minutes May 2015, and perhaps we'll Parish Council meeting minutes May 2015. I think that's probably going to be a bit clearer. Right, then we want all of this article to go into the editor window. So we're going to either use Control A, or we're going to go up to the top and we could use Edit and Copy and Select. So if I start, in this case, by using Control on a Windows, or in my case Command A as I'm on a Mac, to select everything, you can see it's all highlighted in blue, right? And then you can use Edit Copy if you like, or I'm going to use Command, you might use Control and C to copy that content, and I'm going to click back over to the editor window on the village website, and then you can use Edit Paste, or you can use Command V, or in the editor window you've got Copy, Paste and so on here. So we're going to use the paste one, although in fact I'm going to use Command V, but you could use either. And you'll see all your text turns up. Right, so we've got all of that on there. Now, a really useful thing perhaps to do with this next is to go somewhere fairly high up, choose a point fairly high up, probably where I've chosen after the first sentence or two, and click there. You can see the cursor flashing, and then go up to the menu bar and choose this little icon, which is called Insert a Read More. It's next to the autosave clock. Click that, and it actually puts a break in, which will help divide this up onto the page on the village website. You'll see why this is a good idea when we have a look in a while. Right, so we've got that far. Next thing we need to do is choose a title. Well, probably the title that we had there would do, so I'm going to copy and paste it, or you could just write it in again if you like. Don't worry about the alias, it'll put that in for you. Now, if we then go to Publishing, this is really, really important, because otherwise you end up with your article potentially in the wrong place on the village website. So, Category, in this case we're going to choose Parish Council. Yours may be something different. And then, make sure it says Published, because we obviously want it to show up. It's not featured, you can leave that as it is. It just means, should it go on the front page? And no, it shouldn't. So start publishing, Now, put a little calendar figure at the side here on the right, and I actually suggest you choose the day before. That might seem odd, but it means that if there are differences in times on different servers and clocks, it'll still show up straight away instead of there being a delay. Right, and then finish publishing. Well, this is really useful because you don't have to remember to go back and delete things a month or so later when you put the new ones in. So we'll go a month ahead and maybe give it a bit extra to be on the safe side. Slight overlap will be fine. So we filled all that in. So we're going back to the top. Really important too, we're going to use the save button, otherwise all your hard work will get lost. So we've saved it. Now, very helpfully at the top here, message article successfully submitted. That's good news. Right, now to actually be able to see it properly, we need to scroll back down, go down to the login button again, and actually this time choose log out. Right, then go to either home, if you want to see the whole site, or we're interested in the parish council page. So we're going there, and here we are, bottom right, Parish Council meeting minutes May 2015. So it's absolutely clear what it is, and it gives you the introductory text, and then if you need to know more, if someone wants to read more, when they visit the site, they'll just click on the read more. And they get all of the notes. That's about it. There are one or two odd things, where some of the text has perhaps flowed over to the side there. That's actually a slight problem with Word and its formatting. Quite often I will actually, if I find something like that happening, I would edit that in Word first and then redo that, put it back into the Word edit, back into the editor on the village website, but it's not actually too bad, I think. That's about it then, really. If you've got any questions, you can always contact us via the village website or directly via email. That's a wrap, as they say. Okay, bye for now.